Ready? Okay. All right, I'm going to move this up here so I can see the chat. Okay, we should be good. Oh, there we go. Oh, hey, James. Get to be here for a little bit, but have to leave. Yeah, no problem, man. I know how busy you are. Woo. Oh, shit. I keep calling him Woo. Wonka. I'm sorry. How do I say that? Joey? Joey? That's a cool name. Ethereum. All right, get there. Just so I get, if you guys give me a little feedback sound. Oh, shit. I got to keep this disclaimer up. Mic check, and Mike's all right. I think I finally have the mic issue resolved, and I know what the fuck I'm doing. Hey, man, PK, yo. You know, 20 years ago when I started my business and had my first meeting, I was amazed. Now they sucked. Yeah, I feel you, man. All right. Okay. Are we disclaimed? Let me get over here. Yeah, meetings. I just always see your name. I immediately think Woo Wonka. But I like that you've matured now. Yeah, I'll tell you one thing, because you're first up. God damn, I'm like a proud parent. I can't believe how good your work has gotten. All right, are we disclaimed? Everybody disclaimed? Oh, Modern Picasso. Hey, man. Glad to see you. All right, here we go. All right. So, hi, guys. I'm always looking up whenever I look at this thing. Okay, so I got, we got a pretty good lineup here. Let me get to the top of the list here. So Woo gave us 3 here. All kind of interesting. Now I added a little bit here, so we'll go ahead and get started here. Let me get this thing. Now I've got the chat right in front of me, so I can actually see what you guys are doing. I'm getting better at this live streaming. I'm only doing 3 a week. You think I'd get a handle on it? Okay, so let's just back up here. So you get, that's 24-hour. Interesting. I do see people do that. Okay, can we just look at the basic swing structure, right? Does this make sense? Well, obviously the invalidation levels right here, right? So this is, that's Elliott 101. All right, so 1, 2. Let's just, kind of do the. Oh, whoa! How are we doing that? I think we got to start it here. Okay, so, hey, Dharma. Okay, so this is a little. Oh, I see what you did here. Oh, 1, 2. I got it. Okay, I follow you. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, right. I mean, just a little Elliott knowledge. We know very common. Well, here I've got this red thing on. Very common for the 4 just to go sideways, right? To not progress the trend. Well, we're certainly, and all I did was just draw this little. Oh, demand zone here. Shit, I probably should change the color. Well, it doesn't matter. Okay, well, that would make sense, right? I mean, wouldn't that make sense where we had this consolidation before the rocket launch? I mean, oh, shit, I got to change these colors. Right, I mean, beautiful example here of what you're looking for. Let's get that to something neutral. Oh, how about that? Okay, right. So, when you're thinking about supply demand zones or order blocks, whatever if you want to use SMC language, and you're evaluating an order block or a demand zone in this case to evaluate, right? I mean, every order block demand zone, right, certainly can break. But in terms of identifying where the best opportunity would be, you're looking for the zones that caused imbalance, right, or displacement, as it's called in SMC speak, right? We want to see the displacement, which is, one way of saying displaced, right? Did bears get displaced here? Yeah, they got completely bent over. So this would suggest, because of all of the capital committed here to drive that thing up so fast, well, you got imbalance here. But coming back here, okay, well, would that make sense if we were gonna stall right here? Well, let's just put the whole thing together. Right, if this is the too low, well, okay, let's get a wave 4 on there. Oh, there we go. Okay, so if we were, again, right, it's I know there's this temptation. It's kind of an odd thing where you think, oh, okay, well, I see that we are at the highest probability zone for a wave 4. But no, it's not going to hold this time, right? Oh, I mean, I know, right? I've read that. I've seen that. I've seen 1,000 times, right? But it's not going to hold when I'm trying to buy it there. That's just silly, right? I mean, there's no reason to think that. Let's get that in an appropriate color here, right? So this is demand, right? There's potential. Well, it's always just potential demand. That's all we can say. So these guys were commenting that I'm getting away from the mic. Okay, well, do we have anything underneath, Wu? No, we don't, right? Doesn't matter. Don't need it, right? All indicators lag, so let's get in on that price action. All right, so, God, man, I'm telling you, for these charts, it looks to me like you've been hanging out with PK. 'Cause this looks like some of his charts, right? So one thing you've done. Oh shit, come here. One thing you've done. Oh, you have Spaceman on there. Let me. You want that? Let's just take them off. You used to give me like everything you did used to come like this. It was like, oh god, that's not a good example. Let's go to. Right, you would give me the giant, and then we would be the ABCs. This is what you used to do. You'd give me an ABC like that. I mean, everything was so giant, like you were already at super cycle before we could add anything to it. So I love to see the way you've cleaned up the charts. Right, it just looks cleaner, tighter. It just you're starting to look like a professional technical analyst, right? Which is really, I feel it's kind of fun, right, to see this, right, to see students just excelling like this, right? God, this is good looking work. Now, right, so good-looking work is only half the battle, right? Let's make sure. Yeah, PK, I could tell PK. Yeah, for you guys that don't know, right, he's one of our senseis, and he's a level 3 Elliottian. Again, as I often say, he's on his way to a really strong career as an analyst. So take advantage of his knowledge while we have the opportunity. I'm lucky to have him for as long as I do. But he can really work with you. And as I often tell you guys, you're going to end up working with these senseis more than you'll be working with me. I mean, certainly during the week. These are the guys that do the work with you guys. So, get to know them, right? Interact with them. That's how you get maximum value out of whether you're in the belt system or you're just a Discord member. Interact, right? I always try and tell people, if you want to get some value out of this membership, it's, anybody can click, okay, buy, I'm in, right? $79. But if you don't participate, you get jack squat out of it. You've got to engage and participate and post and ask questions. That's what we're here to do, right? That's how you get value for the dollar. PK is just a great resource, but all of the team is great, right? James M. also just incredibly skilled, right? These guys are really good. Tony, very skilled. He's level 2. James is a brown belt. And then the senpeis, as we call them, right? They're up and comers, right? They help me with a lot of other stuff, but they're getting to be great, really solid technicians themselves. Okay, so let's look here. So enough BSing. Is there a trade here? Well, I think we get so caught up in like, oh shit, okay, well, I got to get that just right. And I continually find myself trying to get people to disassociate with, oh my God, oh fuck, we're in log scale. That thing gets fucked up. Oh, that's annoying. Here, hang on. We gotta remember that the name of the game, you've heard me say this before, you got to disconnect from being right. Right is not what it's about, right? It's obviously right. We want to be right, occasionally, but it's about money management, right? So if you take this trade, if you have good risk reward, it almost shouldn't matter what happens here, because if you consistently keep taking these kind of what do we got here? There's oh fuck. Oh, that's almost too much, right? This is actually hard to believe. Like, so there's 222 to 1. Okay, so the question is not, oh God, look at how much money I can make. The question should always be, all right, well, if I'm wrong, what's the impact to my account? What is my risk here? See, it's so when we're new to trading, your eye immediately goes to, oh fuck, look how much I can make there. When that really is not relevant. What matters is what happens if I lose. How many losers in a row can I take? It's position sizing and then money management. That is the part of trading that nobody likes to talk about. It's boring. Oh, we're doing accounting now. You know, come on, man, show me the puzzle. Let's fix the puzzle. You know, let's do some SMC, man. Let's trade with the smart money, right? All of that is all secondary to risk management. So if you keep that focus, then yeah, right. I mean, this is amazing TA he's done here. Just fantastic fucking work, right? He's nailed every little swing. First question, right? Can you do it? And if you can do it and you get to a logical conclusion like this right here, we are literally sitting at the most probable location. If this is going to hold as a wave 4, we've got a perfectly labeled, well, for lack of a better term, perfectly labeled correction. Why would you not take? I mean, I say this all the time. Why would you not take that trade? You can't afford the risk in Doge. Well, you don't have to buy 1 million units of it, right? What is the impact if you're wrong? Because you sure as hell are going to be wrong more than you're right. So wouldn't that be the logical thing, right? So if you keep setting up trades like this with that kind of risk reward, you know, you don't need many. And if you do this repeatedly, and you set these up, you take 7 losers in a row, still be just fine, because just one, and you're going to have a very good year. So is this a trade? Fuck yes, that's a trade. A beautiful trade. God, what is there something else you're waiting for? Permission to take that trade? You should be clicking over to your account right now and say, well, fucking yeah, I'll take that trade. But don't put the kids' tuition money in it. I say that you have to get this mentality. It's just another trade. It's just another trade. If it goes, great. If it doesn't go, okay, next trade. And if you take that, it takes all of the emotion out of it. All of like, oh, fuck, man, come on, baby. Come on, this is the one. I need this one. As soon as you need a trade, I can almost fucking guarantee you're going to get stopped out. You can't need a trade. Can't need it. Right? And if you disassociate from, this is the one I got to have. I got to have this one. If you disconnect from that and just say, oh, fuck, it's technically valid, but swing structure is perfect. I'm at a high probability location. I can put the risk reward together. Take the fucking trade. Right? I'm not an advocate of over trading, but if you see it, like it, take it. But do this little bit of detail here. Okay, what can I afford to take here? Position sizing. Okay, you get stopped out. Okay, well, if you liked it there, do you like it at the 50? Right here, we're almost at invalidation. Oh, now I take this one. It's going to be even higher. What can I get here? There's two. I mean, this almost gets ridiculous, right? I mean, if that goes, but why not? Why would it not go? Shit, these almost look like they're perfectly. Jesus, look at this. Right here now, I'm in log scale, so this may not work. Can I move that? It may not let me. Oh, here, let's just clone it. Can I do that? I thought I could. Clone. There we go. Now, you're going to let me move it. I mean, what are we waiting? Are we waiting for something to happen here? Okay, you say, well, I don't want to buy the falling knife. Okay, well, your risk reward is going to change. Okay, well, okay, there's a little wick rejection. Shit, I guess I've got too much on here. Let's get some of this stuff off. I mean, look how perfect that balance is. Now, that's not a requirement to take a trade. It's just kind of interesting to see. Okay, what's the last thing we could look at here? Now, just looking at it. What do you think? What do you think we got here? Let's go. Let's get just GZ on here. Oh, where's our low? Oh, we could use either one of these. Let's use the lowest low. Okay. All right. I mean, we could. Where's that order blocks down here? Oh shit! I'd use. Well, you really have two here. This is. Well, this is what led to the. So I'd use all of this down. Okay, you're in it, right? You've come down here. You've wicked these lows, right? So liquidity here. You know, maybe you give it a little bit more, but if you see this thing start to go, if we start to turn around, that may not happen today. Maybe it does, right? With the Fed announcement, right? We get a little bit lower, or you say you want to wait. Well, no, I don't like to buy. You know, that's a big negative candle. Okay, fine. Okay, well, let's get a little something started here and first retrace. I mean, I feel so ridiculously redundant, right? I say it all the time. Okay, you don't want to buy the falling knife? No, completely understand. So there's a little bit of inducement down here as well, right? You could, here, let's take this off a little bit. So here, this is untapped right here. So we could look at this and say, well, boy, sure, what a juicy target. Look where it is, right at the algo target. So if you wanted to back off a little bit on this, like, hey man, that's too aggressive, right? Just too aggressive for me. God, what is all this shit over here? I don't know, something to do with, oh, I guess you've got I get it. Okay, so ABC, what are we doing? Oh, that's your X, right? Wait a second. What are we doing there? Oh, that's the 4 of your 3. Gotcha. Okay, so ABC, then we go down. Oh, that's not a great start. I'll give you that. Well, just look at that wick, right? Come on, we know what's happening there, right? This is liquidity being grabbed, right? They need that liquidity, right, to take it higher. But that's not a great start, right? You didn't get really an impulse here. Now let's take it out of log, just see how that looks. Oh, I mean, if you wanted to, just kind of isolate the wick. Not a bad thought, right? So if we come down here, come down here. Okay, now do a little risk reward here. So if I'm taking here, what are we risking here? Oh shit, let's see here. 450, so about 7% here. You've got here again, depending on your account size. I mean, very low risk. Potentially a beautiful entry. If it gets stopped out, right, we move it down. Right, here's the last little grab of liquidity. If it gets stopped down, just take the whole, I mean, you just move this around, right? Move it down here. Okay, we take the wick. We take the wicks. Okay, with same process, right? The whole thing just moves down. Okay, here would be discount, right? We think about it this way. Oh God, come here, right? So here's the range. I get down here, boy, I'm buying discount. Very tradable. We get so caught up in the puzzle, right? We forget that the puzzle is really secondary to how you're managing the risk. That's really what it's about. Okay, I don't see any alternation. Well, yeah, I'm with you. There's no alternation. Yeah, I hear you on that, James. Would you back away from that as a result of it? I don't know that I would, just because of location, right, and the potential risk reward here. Did we have a double? Let's go back to that. He brings up a good point, as he is prone to doing. So we've got a WXY into a WXY. So he makes a good point, right? So ideally, right? So two things to say. One, Elliott's not perfect, so don't expect perfect. Oh, shit, well, I've got a WX here. Well, I can't possibly have a WXY here. It is interesting the length of time is so appropriate, but he makes a very strong point that you wouldn't script it this way for a perfect entry. So okay, take a smaller bite and let it confirm. But he makes a good point, right? In that might be a reason, right? So you might. So I always say, like, why would you not take that trade? Well, there's a very valid reason. Well, I don't have alternation here. I personally, right, and I would do it right now if I could. I would take this trade regardless of the lack of alternation. Now, I'm not a purist. I just go, okay, levels, risk reward. Does it make sense? Is the swing structure there? I'll take it. But don't oh, fuck. Oh, shit. What did I do there? I didn't mean replay. I don't want replay. What I was trying to do, I might have to go to a 2-day here. Try and get a look at the channeling. Let's get you off of here. Jeez, I'm getting awfully sidetracked here on the first one. Is there? Let's see what the geometry looks like, right? Because you wouldn't want to take it without doing a full look at the geometry. So we got to pull this up. All right, I'm going to guess James is getting a little more warmed up to this idea because he's very dialed in to working with channels, right? It's foundational to his geometry and to his analysis. Okay. Again, right? Oh fuck, no alternation. God, he's absolutely right. Right. This is we've got it's flat, right? It's a flat followed by a flat. So could we come deeper? Yes, of course we could come deeper. You want to wait for a little deeper? Bottom line, I just say it this way. If you're not comfortable, the only reason you wouldn't take it here technically is because we don't have that alternation. But the location is so good, maybe you take a small piece there and then look for a second entry down here if we get the 50. Because here's your clear invalidation point, right? So again, what's the risk, right, relative to the potential reward? Well, let's just do it, right? So let's say you took it here. Oh fuck, that thing is a pain in the ass when you're in log scale. All right, hang on. That is a real... Log is a pain in the ass, to tell you the truth. All right, let's try to get you up here. All right, let's get this down here. You're taking it at the 50. Okay, you got a wave 5 target. I mean, it sounds ridiculous to say it, right? 314 to 1. It does, right? It sounds like, oh, come on. We're gonna... What? I don't know. What else can I add there? Sure would look good. Have we now? So you might think, well, God, have we ever seen an Elliott wave that completed the 5th wave without alternation? Obviously, right? But John Howard, you're right. It is a worthwhile notation, right? So if you're cautious or that keeps you out of the trade, so be it. Okay, let's go. Let's see what else he's got in here. What else do we got here? So maybe you say, okay, I like it, but that alternation is keeping me on the sidelines. Hang on. Now that should have worked. I think it did. I think I've got the mic thing set up. Oh shit! What did the market do? Okay, all right. So what else do we have in here? We have so let's just say, right? That's why you're not taking that one. Okay. So next up we got MATIC. Okay. Let's see if we can find a trade here among these three. Again, God, this looks like PK, but right. However you got here, Wonka, very very impressive. And again, this is nice work. Okay, so here, right. So what we're always doing with Elliott, right? Whether we're just thinking about swing structure, but we put our Elliott hat on. Okay, what's the first thing we're looking for? 3s and 5s. Where are the 3s? Where are the 5s? Right. So you can almost kind of work backwards here. So you've got looks like a lot of series of 3s here, but where is there? There's a very clear 5 that is, we can't ignore it, right? So there it is, right? So that if you were often you hear me say, okay, wait for that first 5 and take the retrace. Well, I mean, if you took it right here, which would have been very tempting, right? Because you get an ABC, you got a flat here, you're thinking, oh, there it is, there it goes, right? But you don't get it. You don't get a 3. So then and this is so common for the Elliottian. Fuck, thought that was a 3, right? And then you'd be, what would your next thought be, right? If you're over here, you're thinking, oh, it's the 1 of the 3. Oh, I got it, 1 of the 3. Nope, not the 1 of the 3, right? Once we take out this low, it's got to be something else. So it's this continual reveal as the market shows you what its intention is here. Okay, I'm not suggesting that this is all master planned, right? And this is all, oh well, they planned to take it. That's not quite how it works. But as an Elliottian, we're adapting to, okay, well first, okay, that wasn't the 1, 2. It wasn't the 3. Okay, what's left? What else? What could it be, right? If it's not going to be the launches here, what else do we have to work with? Well, as long as we stay above this pivot, right, we have trade opportunity. We break this. Oh, well, this all just now has to get written, but fuck some sort of WXY. Let's just see here. Where are we in the grand scheme of things, right? You got to kind of pull back here. Oh, shit. Oh, Jesus, it looks exactly like the last one. It's kind of the same thing. I mean, to some degree, yeah, we can label this all, but okay, what do we get? Impulsive action sideways. Impulsive action sideways. I got to change that. That's just too blue. Let's do it that way. Let's just save as. Let's do that one as default here, so we get out of that. Okay. Okay, so that'll be our default. Okay, we're going sideways. Okay, well, so can we? All right, this, not to be silly about it. Well, I guess we got to do it here. Well, that's probably open to interpretation, right? Is this A, B, C? Probably is, right? So there's a good example, right? You got to work backwards. Okay, so here's a clear 5, right? We can all see that, right? Do I even need to label it, right? We all see it, right? Probably a triangle, right? So we can see that. So we got to work backwards. Can we get a 3 here? Can we get a 5 here? Well, sure looks like it. A, B, C, right? So that looks like a candidate for the 4. Well, but see, it's one of two things, right? So either here, I better change that color. Either we did it over here, and this is the 5, right? When we got that, which because what would that lead you to? That would lead you to A, some sort of B, right? We're going for the C here, right? If this is the 5, well, there's your alternate count right there, just on the fly. If this isn't the 5th, right? Which, you know, for a long time, we same thing with Bitcoin. We thought, did we get a 5 here? Is that the 5? This looks like this is the 3-4 of the 3. You can get an A, B, C there for the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you'd have an ending diag there. It looks like you could do it. See, it's tricky, right, as to what this is going to play as. Well, this is one where you're going to get an answer here pretty quickly, right? If we take out this low, okay, well, we know the 5 completed, and this is A, B, and we're going down for a C. This one, these guys are getting beat up, right, because of the SEC issue. All of these are, actually. What did you give me? Oh, maybe not Doge, but Solana, MATIC. Oh, God, one of them. Another one that's just getting absolutely hammered. So your count here, Wonka, is bullish, right? You're taking the bullish interpretation here that we went 1, 2, right, and that this is not corrective. So you got to be quick to move to an alternate count, which I think you'd probably have right here, right? As I just look at it, okay, because this B, oh fuck, what do we get? WXY, right? So you'd have to do a 3 there, so that you'd have to finish as a. Actually, I take that back. All right, you could do it here. You could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C, 1, 2. See, there's a. You can't ignore 5s, right? You got to deal with them, right? They have to be accounted for. If anything is an Elliottian, that's number 1, right? I got to account for these. So I got to build. They got to be labeled. So there's an impulse. There's the correction of it, right? Is that the correction of it? Well, I'd want to be right here saying, well, what did we get there? Oh, let me get a wave 4 shit. Right, you know, it's just, what did they do here, right? Is anybody confused about what happened there? Right? Grab the stops, liquidity down, right? How can you deduce that? Look what came after it. That's not hard to spot, right? Grab it, right? So do you think there were stops up there? That's why you never, well, I said this a lot, right? People do it anyway. You never ever buy that. Never buy the highs, right? It's just, I preached that for 5 years, right? But people still do it all the time, every day, right? Thankfully, they do it, right? Because we need them to keep doing that, right? So we can take the other side of it. Just an incredibly moronic trade. You're just a dumbass. You deserve that. Truly, you do. If you buy that breakout, you deserve what came. But let's look in here a little. Not to be crass about it or hard, you know. It's just you can't be stupid in the market. You can't, right? You won't. Well, I mean, you can get away with it for a while. You're not going to survive long. you can see this repeatedly, right? I mean, you see it over and over and over again here, where there's just, okay, so you have to look at it, right? Again, I've been using this lately, and I can't remember. I want to say Casper SMC. I heard him say this, right? If you can't spot the liquidity, you are the liquidity, right? It's a great line, and I borrowed it. I got to look his name up. All right, so when you're looking at this, just as we just went down here, where's the liquidity? And by liquidity, I mean, where are there likely to be stops, right? What the market's got one purpose, right? To facilitate trade. Where is it going to facilitate trade? Where there's liquidity. Where can we identify potential liquidity? All right, so you have to come into the chart going, okay, first, right? You're going to do, can I label this thing, right? First, that's a test of yourself. Can I solve the puzzle? Well, then it's like, okay, well, if this is the puzzle here and I'm at the low here, where would a long here be vulnerable to getting a liquidity grab? Well, let's pull back a little bit. Where did they, oh shit, what is that? Oh, that's one of your lines. Why are you locked there? Not sure what you're doing there. Why that's locked. Here, I'm going to unlock it. Okay. All right. It won't screw up on your end. Yeah, they kind of tagged this a couple of times here, but there's nothing, I mean, other than possibly, right, they were grabbing this down here, but that's a pretty good. So at that level, I'd wait for, it's just like the last one, right? It looks exactly the same. Just grab all of this liquidity down here. Looks a little better, actually. Like there's a little bit more shape to it. All right. Put an alert on it. Comes back down. Now, you got to understand if you're doing that, right? So you're going to say, well, hey, man, it sure looks like that trend is down. Why are you trying to buy it? Well, okay, if you're... think again. Oh, let's go to a 2 here. These things are throwing me. If you're buying it here, like, oh man, that's really, oh, look at that massive downtrend. Well, so at this moment in time, right, that's very much a counter trend trade, right? We can all agree. Right? You're going lower, low, lower, high, lower, low. We can all agree, right? Where that's a counter trend trade. But how you can't buy at a discount if you're waiting for a breakout, can you? Right? Well, I mean, I suppose you could create a discount to accommodate your bias, right? You could, but how am I going to get 8 to 1 if I wait for this to break out up here? Oh, well, it's just going to have to keep going? No, that's not how the market moves. Never does. Well, never say never, right? Rarely do we just go and not stop, right? Because the temptation to take profit is too much, right? People, they have to take profit. So if you're down here, okay, well, then I got an 8 to 1. If I do it up here, oh, what do I got here? So if you're trading Elliott Wave, or even market structure, or you're working with indicators, or just geometry or price action, there comes a point where you've got to do an assessment and say, okay, the time is right for a counter trend trade. Now let's assume that rolls over and you get stopped out. Oh shit. Took a stop. Okay, first, that shouldn't be more than 1-2% of your account, right? Or you did it, or you fucked yourself, right? It's just being reckless, not being disciplined, right? Nobody wants to talk about portion portion control, risk control, size allocation, position sizing. Nobody wants to talk about it, right? Oh, you get stopped out. Oh, wah, wah. Okay, 1% of my account. Do I live to trade another day? If I do 10% of my account, do I live to trade another day? Well, maybe another day, but you won't be long for the markets, right? If you do it this way, well, there's just 17 to 1, right? So you have to continually look for, where can I get in with the lowest amount of risk that makes sense, not just randomly, oh, fuck, look how low that is, let's just buy it. It's got to be, oh, okay, then all your Elliott skills come back in. Okay, well, what? Oh, let's see. Does that work? 1, A, B, C, W, X, A, B. Ooh, look at the sexy little WX. That's very nice. Into the B, expanding. Yes, we are a diag here. Expanding diag down here. Okay, well, so all the ingredients are right here for, okay, but based on that puzzle, this is an area of interest. Nothing more than that. Okay, based on the puzzle I see here, you want try to. if you solve the puzzle, right, which is right now, excuse me, we do not know if that puzzle is solved. We don't know. But we can look at it and say all of the ingredients for a low are here. Kind of interesting to see where this is. Now, I'm doing that. Don't mistake what I'm doing here. Excuse me. The algo couldn't give a flying fuck about your Elliott count, right? It's just going to go dominant to dominant, right? So where's the algo? Broken. Broken. But by the way, that's broken in just wick, right? We don't have a close below. Pretty good break. You probably talk yourself into staying with that since that's only wick. What did we run into down here? Well, it looks like there's a here, I'll use this thing. It looks like you'd have an order block here with a little inducement below it. Oh, let's just use that. Did I get the whole thing? Whoop. Looks like they just missed it. Just missed it. All right, blew through the 6.5. So that's a pretty serious sell-off. Here's where you're invalidated. Holding for the 2. Are we in the discount? Oh, yeah, we could say that. Oh, where's my platinum? All right, so we went 707. Oh, you got a little bit of these pivots, right? You might get a little. That would be, you know, if I was trading this down here, I'd be mindful of that. I might give that a little more room. So maybe this comes down lower. Maybe we come down here. You need the 3 there. You don't really have a great 3 here. A, B, C. So I mean that's possible, right? So let's go. What am I on, a 4? Let's go to a 1. Do we have an ABC here? I guess we do. I guess that's kind of skinny, right? To pull that in, right? So that could be a little bit of. It's not what I wanted. I want a triangle. You got a little bit of Elliott shuffle here. A little bit of like, oh, I need it to be an ABC. Come here. Let's go something tiny, right? I need that, so I'm gonna kind of create it. I mean, is it the greatest setup I've ever seen? No. Is it tradable? Yeah. Why? If I get stopped out, oh, it's 1% of my account, 2%. Can I live with that? What if I get it? Yeah, I mean, see, when you say, well, what if it goes? Well, would it make sense for it to go? Right? Could you, if you're an Elliottician or market structure or geometry, would it make sense? Oh, yeah, that would make sense. If I've been kind of referencing this lately because I'm working on the brown belt, and so I've got a big section in there. So this is on my mind, right? So if I took this, right, and then I took a screenshot and put that in my trading journal, and I'm reviewing my trades at the end of the month, year, day, whatever it may be, would you feel like, oh God, what the hell was I thinking? God, I'm a dumbass. No, that's perfectly justifiable trade. If it's a loser, it's just another trade. Oh, 1-2%. Okay, next trade. Let's keep going here. What's the last one I got? APT. Oh, I just love this TA, right? Love to see it. Okay, I got to back up so I can see where we're coming from. All right. Looks like we went through golden. All right, so. Oh, WXY. That kind of seems to make sense, although that looks like a 4. Like maybe there's one more down. Let's go to a 4-hour. So you're going, what are you doing here? All right. So first thing that should be staring you in the face, you're like, whoa, what are all these lines? What's that? What's that? Looks like a 50. No, maybe not. Let's get a just golden zone on here. Well, there's the 50. Came back to the 50. Curious how we look here. There it is. So what do we have here? The infamous golden corner pocket. What are the odds if this, I mean, for new viewers, which I'm assuming we don't have many. Maybe we have a few. For new viewers that don't know that that's a golden corner pocket, which is a Trade Devil's original, right? Anyone telling you otherwise, right? I completely made that up. It has 80% odds of getting here. Look, oh, doesn't, all the way down here. Now, when you were sitting right here, right, did you really think, well, what is that? We've done this before, right? You guys know what that is? Well, that is the 1618. 1618. Crazy, huh? Oh, well, that shit, that would never work in a alt. We're not going to have golden corner pockets going exactly to the tick, to the median line, coming out of a golden zone in alts. No. Maybe the NASDAQ, maybe Amazon, right? Not in some little flip, whatever the fuck this is. No, I shouldn't say it like that, right? Whatever APT is, I can't even remember what they are. I can't make this shit up. I can't, right? But there it is, right in your face, right? 80% odds. And there's your 80%. Is that the end of it? At 1618 for the Y. Well, it kind of looks like you got another little play in here. I get right on that. We didn't quite get golden zone, but it looks like we got 50, and then we got 1, 2, 3. We did 1618 yet again. See, this is okay. Let's turn this around. So this is what I'm trying to get you to focus on. Oh, I don't know, man. Looks like that thing could really fly. I don't know. Maybe I take that trade. But God, could it really go all the way to the median line? Would you have projected that? I mean, that would have been, oh, well, where's this likely to go? You'd have been tempted to go, oh, fuck, didn't make it. But what do? We just go sideways. Then we get there. See, if you're getting out here, you're assuming that the move is over, because we know trading principle number 4. If it failure to make the median line sets up a move equal to or greater, you're thinking, oh shit, it's coming right back, and we're going to go equal to or greater, which means we're coming back to that golden zone. But when it stalls here again, at like, oh, well, that, again, you don't have to be a market structure expert to say, boy, that seems like that would be a reasonable area for resistance, prior support breaks. Oh, again, market geometry for dummies, right? Oh, well, geez, if I was anticipating where it might stop on resistance, boy, that prior pivot seems like a good place. 2 ticks in front of it, 2 ticks in front of the golden zone, and that all goes to target. You got to take those. You got to see it and go, ooh. Wow, look at that. Look at the setup there. Oh, it's hard to do, right? And so think of this. If you took it and like, oh, God damn it, I missed that golden. It was so good. You probably got another one here. Oh, got 2 and through, right? You got your 80% here. All the way to the lower parallel. Use the geometry. Right, I see so few. I mean, people do, right? But this tool is in every single technical analysis package. Probably the most least used tool of any possible option, yet most powerful. Isn't that crazy? There's nothing else anywhere within TradingView that gives you 80% odds. Nothing, 0, zip. Other than that, least used. Oh, what else we got here? Thanks for those, Wonka. Your work has just gotten so good. Sounds like a proud parent. Okay, I got Senpai GZ1968. We know him, we love him. This is George, and he's given us. And listen, George, pay attention when he's talking alts, because he knows the background more than I'll give you the TA, and he'll give you some good TA, but he digs deeper into the project. So if he likes something, pay attention. This is GRT, which I know James M. and both he and I have pieces of this. Let's see what he's got here. He's got a couple posted because he feeds them to me all the time, and I go, God damn, I don't have time to research that. I'm so glad you do. Come on. Oh, you're not. Yes, leave. Okay. Okay. He reworked this. Looks decent. And OMLD. OMLD. I don't know what that means. Oh my. Looks. I don't know. Oh, wait, I got to get this one over here. So what do we got? We got Vegas wave over here on a line chart. Well, this is interesting. Shit. Okay, I think those are working. Okay, so we got a big, well, air pocket over here. This is GRT. Full disclosure, I've got a pretty good piece of this. So does James M. So we're rooting for it. 3 folders, macro, 15-minute bull, 15-minute bear. So I'm on a daily, right? So at least I start on a daily. Thanks for that. Oh, God. I got to back up here. So what? Oh, shit. What are we doing over here? Oh, I got a whole lot of stuff over here. Okay. So A, B, coming down for the big C. I got to go. I think I got to go log here. All right. So we're going to go. Here's the 2. Jesus, this is a monster. Okay, well, where do we? I'm going to hide that just for a second, George. Okay, so, oh, there's the 1. Okay, so 1, 2. Ooh, that's mighty deep. Just for a second. Oh, here, we'll do it. Let's do it this way. That's fine. Okay, here's the swing range. Sorry. What do we see down here, right? So likely, right? You just liquidity down here. You probably have to move that. Oh, you got them locked. That's right. So just again, a little bit of like, okay, dummy TA. If I can buy below the 50%, I'm buying at a discount. So again, I'm really trying to get you to think this way. If I buy it here, my stop is here, and my target would be, well, shit, you could use the prior swing high up here. Oh, shit, that fucking log is a pain. Hang on. Log is a pain. All right, come on. All right, prior swing high. We'll use this as a, that's probably an order block there anyway. We'll use that as a target. Okay, so what do we get down here? Right, you know, right? This is a great trade, right? And I know it's hindsight. Yeah, fuck, man, come on. I want to show you the example. Excuse me. So if you're a buyer down here, well, where do we know for a fact, right? This is one of the easiest trades I could ever put in front of you. What's the risk, right? If we go a tick below this, it cannot be a 1. It can't be a 1, 2. So we have a very clear. This is one of the beautiful things of Elliott. It's like it's invalid, right? So you can, let's say this, I can take this trade. Well, Jesus, what is my risk there? Like 5 ticks? I can take this trade as long as that holds. I know I got a candidate for a 1, 2 reasonable target here. So what do I end up with? Almost 14 to 1 to get to the order block. Like a little over 14 to 1. Okay, how many? You don't need many of those, right? But see, you look at it, you say, oh fuck, man, I can't buy that. Well, of course we're going to break the low. Of course, obviously we're going to break the low. They're going to sweep the lows here. Look, they swept those. They're going to go get those. I can't take that trade. What did that trade actually end up doing? 50 to 1. I can't take that one. Oh, that's definitely getting stopped out. I just don't want to be wrong. So I'm not going to take that one. Boy, if you see that one, don't like scramble to buy it as fast as you can because the risk reward. Well, it's not like you dial it up and go, oh fuck, look, it's at a pivot and you take it. No. You got to do the work here to say, oh, could that be the 2? Could this be a 1, 2 after a 1, 2? Okay, same process. Could this be the 2 at the golden zone? Do you see? Oh, look, what do we have here? We just looked at one, right? Everybody should know what we're looking at right there. Golden corner pocket. What are the odds? Again, kind of getting silly with this. What are the odds that we get to that median line? What else can I put on there that would give me 80% odds? Go ahead, I'll wait. Nothing. 0. Nothing else. There is no tool, no anything you can put on there that give you those odds. Why aren't you using it? Why wouldn't, if you saw a fucking golden zone, wouldn't, oh, fuck, golden zone. Holy shit, I better get a set of median lines on that. Wouldn't that be the first thing you'd do? Oh shit, I got 80% odds here. And then again, if you get stopped out, BFD, what'd you lose there? Oh shit, 0.5% of your account? Maybe a quarter? How many times in a row? Right, so that the next time you see it, well, fuck, I took that last time and I lost those 2 ticks, so fuck, I'm not taking it again. Ooh, market really turned down. Oh, well, of course the market's down, right? Because they're got to go down before it goes up. First target, remember, you could get here like that. You could get, there's your 80%. You could get it done here. We could get it done 2 years from now. But as long as we hold here. Okay, why would you not take that trade? Why would you not take it? What is there something else that you need there? The risk reward's not good enough. Those 50 to 1s. I prefer the 100 to 1s, so I'm going to pass on that one. Silly. Just silly. He wants me to see there's 3. I know. See, I'm getting better. I'm trying to use the folders too. I'm getting better at them. Shit, man, what am I doing here? Okay, so I'm going to go macro. Let's see, is that what we have on? Yeah, we have macro. Okay, so then I got a 15 minute bull. Okay, so does that mean I would do this? Oh, shit. Okay, now I got to go to a 15 minute. Okay, so let's see the 15 minute bull case here. I'm going to guess I don't need to be in log scale. Okay. Ooh, George, very nice. 1, 2, there's the internal, there's the 4, there's the 5. A, B, C, W. X, A, B, doesn't look like we're done yet, right? So there could be, oh, wait a second now. How are we hitting that? All right, well, maybe there could be a reason, although we just looked at the daily here. Let's get this one out of here. All right, down to the, God, looks like we got this looks like we got a harmonic here. It looks like you might have a Gartley coming in here. Well, you'd have this, right? So he's down at this level. So WXY, golden zone here. So you're now into the golden zone within the golden zone. Swing to, there's your level, right? At this degree, let's just map it out based on most probable locations. If that's going to be 1, 2. No, fuck, I hate that. That's not what I want. I want you over here. If that's 2, oh shit, no, I get yours. Oh, default here. Okay, so we'd have 618, 175 here. We'd be bumping into another golden zone up here. Well, I mean that's drilling down into it, right? So here's your entry range. That would be 1 to 1 of the WXY. That's a nice touch, right? Very common. You see what he's saying there is if we get that, there's the 100 right there in the gray right here. Right, so we'd be coming into that pocket. So this would be a pocket. So definitely one for the watch list, right? If you don't like the higher degree range that we're in, this is within the golden zone. So here would be just a little tighter, right, where your risk is even smaller, right? Holy shit, your risk is going to be. I'd probably use 707. So maybe a tick or 2 below it. At this degree, right now it's market's fractal, so this degree is going to be different. But you might 1618. There's 15 to 1. I know, right? Nobody wants to buy alts right now. Oh, SEC, lawsuits, right? But they're still going to pop. I showed a 15-minute golden counter pocket to enter GRT as per, meaning waiting for the retrace. I got you. Okay, right. So that's good work, George. Thanks for sharing that. That's a great looking setup. And then here, as you guys see it, there would be a median line. Let me put that in there. Come here. Why is that not giving me? God damn it! I can't. I think when I copy, I end up with your settings. But there's a median line right in the middle of this, right? So here's the median line that would be hitting right the other set of median lines. Shit, here I'll draw it. I don't know why I can't get it here. Oh, it's because it gives me your tool, your settings. Isn't that weird? It gives me your settings. Okay, so we come down here. You got median line. You got golden zone. You got all of this set up here, and you're within the larger golden zone, right? So nice one for setup here. I'd keep an eye on that one. I might even pick up a little more there. Oh, that's going to be locked, I bet. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let me keep going. Thanks for that one. Okay. James M's giving us Bitcoin, bottom left, just an idea I'm toying with. Bottom right, my current primary. Okay. Let's see what he's got. So let's get rid of this one. Can you take a look at BNB? Oh, shit. I can't pronounce your name. I will, assuming we got a little extra time. Hang on. I will. Okay. So that's the copy here. Oh, that's my shit here. Let's get over to Bitcoin. That's my Bitcoin. Let's get his Bitcoin up. Let's get copy link over here. I know, shit. That's bright. That white comes up. Okay, I got an idea he's toying with. I gotta make a copy of that. On the left, let's do the bottom left idea he's toying with. Let's do this one first, and then we'll go to his primary. So, this is all part of the correction. Okay, so let's just do it this way, right? So here, let's do it this way. Oh, well, shit, doesn't matter, right? So we'll do it this way, right? So here's the, God damn it. Here's the low. Here's the swing high, right? Everything we're doing now, we've got an impulsive move, and now we're correcting it, right? It's drop dead simple. I don't care how you count it, right? It's essentially, it's as simple as that. Swing, retrace, swing, retrace. That's all the market can do. ABC into a W. ABC into an X. You're giving me multiples here. Okay, so just think each count different, each color a different count. Okay, so this would be, let's do, this, I'm with you, Jim. We gotta get better at those folders. I think there's a way where you can put it on, drop it in a folder, and then you can just go click, click. I've been trying to work on that. Okay, let's do the gold first. So WXA B, C, D, E. Okay, I see it. Okay, so it would be here. Oh shit, this would be. Where are we getting that triangle? Oh. It's hard when I got this many things in here. This would be WXY, right? Which would finish the correction. And that would be, well, you'd start with your pull from this low, right? Because we know an algo used it. Right? So we'd be coming into the 50. Very, very reasonable. And we can look here and say, well, clearly you got a demand zone right there. Excuse me. So that seems like a likely place that you'd get a reaction. Now, remember as we talked about earlier, when you're trying to pick like which demand zone should I pick, right? Hard to pick, right? When you have multiples. Well, one of the first things you want to look for is, did it create an imbalance, right? Did you get displacement, right? In other words, did bears get bent over here? Yeah, they did. Sideways, more displacement, right? So anytime you get that gap, right, we have a a fair value gap. Displacement, right? You can see it all over the place, right? In fact, there's indicators that'll just show it to you, right? There's another displacement, right? Whenever, so your eye should be drawn to those. Oh shit! There's a freebie indicator here. Wait, I think if you just do, I can't remember. I think even Al Brooks has a little indicator that'll fill in the gaps, or just do a fair value gap, and it'll draw them all for you. So it should draw your eye to it. Oh, okay. Well, if I come back to that, maybe I'll get a reaction. Maybe that'll be the support. Again, right? So if you're looking, right, at the order block that should draw your eye is the one that's just below the fair value gap. Okay, so we come down here a little bit lower. Well, look, lo and behold, look where we'd be. At the 50, at the demand zone, ahead of the fair value gap. There's well, you got another one down here, right? This is the little bit of a issue, is you've got an imbalance, then a demand zone, then another imbalance, right? So this is, okay, so now look at that in the context of the measured move, right? So you could pretty much do this, which is what we've been talking about for all right, since we put in this high. Like, okay, that 24 to 25 or 23 to 24 range, excuse me, it would be very promising. And a little bit lower here, you got what's down here, right? Another fair value gap. So you got lots of potential support here in Bitcoin. But I like what he's thinking here. See, now James he's very good at this, right? So he's already thinking through, if not this, then that, and if not that, then this, right? You're getting all of that here. The alternate here is, let's do this. See, the alternate would be that this, which is more bearish. Oh fuck, let's see here. I gotta get that thing off. Let's take wave off. All right, let's get all this out of here. Did you do that? Oh, that would be bigger. Okay, so this would be, I thought I saw a 1, 2 in here. Oh, okay, this would be here, right, that we're done here. So we'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that would suggest that we're coming out. This fair value gap is going to hold us. We'd be between the 38 and the 50, and then we've got our good low, right? That would, the implication is, oh, there's the candidate for a 1. I think I'm getting this right as the way you're drawing it, James. That this would be 1 and this would be the 2. You'd have an ABC into the 2, right? That talk about low risk. I mean, now that, boy, are you leaving behind, right, some juicy liquidity, right? Because you know there's stops here, stops here, stops here, right? You got all sorts of stops there, which would suggest maybe this comes down, they grab that liquidity. But guess what, right? So if they do that, well then think about your risk reward here. This invalidates. So you don't need to hold it a tick below that level. Do you have a good risk reward here? I can put that on with a stop, literally. Well, let's do it this way. 1 tick below it. Where's your entry, right? You waiting for a little retrace? Well, you got shit. You're not doing anything right there. But you do have an ABC. That's not much of a. Oh, we are on a 12-hour. See what we look like on a 2. ABC. We're getting higher highs, right? We can see that. We're getting higher highs, higher low, higher high, higher low. It's a little choppy, right? Which is common, right? When the market's trying to turn around a trend, you get that overlap, which is why you see diagonals at pivot highs and pivot lows, because the market is, bulls are trying to turn this around, bears are trying to keep them down. Simple as that. Well, you got a little supply zone straight ahead. Oh, probably use all of that, right? So you're gonna have to get up here. So the setup is there. If oh god damn it, if we come up here and then we come back to it, oh man, you got lots of potential there. That would be juicy, right? So 4, 5, to dig yourself out of that hole. Boy, it would be surprising that they would leave this untapped, right? Stops. Well, you can see that they're doing it repeatedly, right? They're running stops here, they're running stops here. This, they didn't get them, but they're running stops right here. Let's look at your primary. That's an interesting one, right? This needs a little bit more, okay, right? But could you have a trade here? First target. You'd have to use this as your first target, right? The prior. Well, there'd be able to use that here. So there's 3 to 1. Not bad. If you're going to get a 1, 2, 3, 3's up here. 1. No, let's do the whole thing. 1, 2. Well, there's. Let's go 1, 6, 1, 8. Right. So there's 1, 6, 1, 8. Assuming they're going to come up to this. Well, you can certainly see you got equal highs up here. Oh, right, so we got equal highs up here, right? So waiting to be swept here. So, you know, he might even go a little bit further. 5 to 1. Very tradable. Very tradable on Bitcoin. Sweep the liquidity here. I'd take a partial here is what I would do. I'd take a partial here as we come up to that. Why? What's on the other side of that pivot? Is there any question about what's there? Right, we know there's a shitload of stops, right? Just like there's a shitload of stops right here. We got it again. Here's more equal highs, right? So these are the kind of things that the market makers and whales are going to look for, and they're gonna. Okay, well, there's liquidity here. Grab it. All of these, you know, potentially zones here to be paying attention to. Almost looks like they did. They grabbed, right? They were grabbing in here, right? You can see it, right? Do you see how this? Look for these little things, right? Look for that. That's more equal highs. Right, so grab it. So how do you know that that's what happened there? Right? How do you look at this and go, well, I don't know. Shit, maybe something negative came in the market. No, nope, zero, nope. That's just grabbing the stops, right? Because where's retail going to put their stops? How do I know that that's what happened there? Look what happened afterwards. Same thing down here. Like, holy shit, what a great example. So what happened down here? Do you see how they just ran the stops just a little bit? How do I know that that's manipulation? Because look what came off of it. It's not rocket science. It's not that hard to go, oh shit, wow, what happened down there? Here it is again. They did the same thing here. Didn't get a full launch, but probably a nice scalp out of it. Look, like here's more, right? All of this, right? This is bait, right? They swing up, grab all the stops here. Down we go. Look for it, right? Again, I'm going to use that phrase, right? If you can't spot the liquidity, you are the liquidity. All right, let's go to his primary. I did a lot of work on his secondary, or on his alternate, I guess we'll say that. This is his primary, which we've looked at a few times, but anytime we can take a look at his work, we want to do that because he makes a shitload of money trading. All right, so we got 3 hour 1 2, right? So he and I have the same primary, right? I think it's 1 2 1 2 as well because we get a clearly. I know, right? If you pull out and you look at it on a daily, you could make a case that it's all one impulse, right? You dig in a little bit deeper down to a 3 hour. Hard to argue with this completing here. Really hard to argue. You get an impulse here. You get the anyway. It remains to be seen as to whether or not that is the right count. But so there's a lot of complexity here. In fact, I borrowed some of this from my primary because he's got triangle, 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 right? This is all just. Well, we can look at the whole thing and say, well, we aren't really progressing the trend, are we? And then the trend rolls over, and then we got the same thing. Wu had one like this. Pardon me, I always call him Wu. Wonka had one like this too. 1 2 3 4. Oh, looks like we could easily be coming down here for that fifth to complete this diag here. We've already got overlap, so there's really not an alternative here. What else could this be? 1 2, right? That was his alternate. Well. Let's see how the market looks. I'm just kind of taking a peek. Bitcoin going to move based off the Fed? Well, we've lost the correlation with risk assets. We've lost it, right? The NQ is flying and Bitcoin's not, right? So that separation that we were all when the NQ was going down, we're like, well, wouldn't we want the disconnect between risk assets and Bitcoin? Shouldn't that be a safe haven? It didn't happen, right? Did not happen. And now we have the exact opposite of what we wanted, which was, risk assets are flying off of the Fed. What do we have? 95% odds they're going to pause today. Oh, well, the risk assets are flying, although they're down at the moment. That's just because that's what happens before they take it up. Okay, should Bitcoin go? I don't think we can say that anymore. Right? I think we got to say Bitcoin's kind of, dancing to its own tune over here. So you have to be objective. Right? What can we see objectively? Oh, you got, it puts yours on, or it puts whoever I'm using. Let's use just Golden's on. Would you want to bet against that getting hit? Well, look, right, again, right, as we were just looking down here. What do we got down here? Equal lows, right? So that's bait. It's bait to the market, right? That they're odds are they sweep that. They come down here. Whoa, come down here. It's funny. For some reason, I've heard George Thorogood's one bourbon, one scotch, and one beer like 4 times in my car recently. So when I say come down here, I keep hearing, what you want? Come down here. What you want? One bourbon. God, how did I get off on that? ABC takes it lower, then we'd have a double, right? ABC, X. Whew, that's a toughie. How are we getting that X? Oh, I see it. Okay, so you're going to go A, B, C. Shit, so you went A, oh fuck, A, B, oh, I don't know, that one's a toughie, right? So we're going to go A, B, C, right? So we get a flat with an expanded B. That's a little, I mean, does it fly? Yeah, it flies. Oh, we come down here, okay. Come down here. Okay, we get our candidate here for this to be done right in line with the geometry shit, right? Where would that be? Okay, right, look left, right? We'd have that big fair value gap right there. Right, you actually got multiples. Take it right there. And you got an order block below it right here, right? So remember what we're looking for with order blocks. We want to look for, let's take that, right? So we want to look for an order block or a demand zone here that's followed by a fair value gap by displacement, right? So if we're coming down here, boy, where would that be, right? That looks like you're going to break. You'd be down. Well, if we hold the golden zone, you're going to catch it right in the fair value gap. I wouldn't. Here's what I would not do, and I promise you people will do it. They'll sell right there. Oh, we're going to the floor. They'll sell it right there, not knowing, oh, I got an imbalance here, not knowing I got a demand zone, just going, oh, it's going down, so I better sell it. No. If it's going down, oh, shit, where can I buy it? You want to keep it simple. Swing low, swing high. Where's the discount? 50%. Are we there yet? Are we on sale yet? Close, but not on sale. Can't break the 50. It feels like this is, I mean, so you look at all of this complexity here, like, oh, fuck, man. Do I have to do all that? Do I have to know all of that to come to this conclusion here? You know, James loves the puzzle, right? And so most Elliotticians, they're attracted to the challenge. Can I solve this puzzle with the pieces I'm given? It's almost like a jigsaw puzzle. Like, okay, here are the pieces. What can you put together? Can you put together a picture? In many respects, that's what Elliott Wave is. Okay, here are your pieces. Solve the puzzle. Can you do it? Well, that's part of the attraction, right? So you're either drawn to it or you're not, or you're repelled. Many people are like, oh, fuck that, man. Give me some lines. People are repelled by it, right? And they like to shit on Elliott Wave, right? Mainly because they either attempted it half-heartedly or they just thought, well, that's too much work for me. And trading should be easy. And I'm just, where's my Lambo? All right. God, I'm chatty today. Okay. Thanks, James. Right, your work is always stellar, right? But he knows that. He knows that. I don't say that to kiss his ass. I know that because I've seen his P&L. Quite literally, I see what he does, right? So pay attention when he's giving you accounts. What do we got here? Stirs. I'm not sure how to say it. I think you gave us this one last week, so this must be one you like. Let's go to this one. Let's leave that one. I do like this, right? This is someone who used to work for me was a big fan of this. There's a little bit, I always feel like there's a little bit of like, fuck, if you draw enough lines, it's going to hit something. I always used to feel that way a little bit, but again, some of you will recognize this kind of work, right? Oh, look, it hit that line. Well, there's 7 lines there, right? It's likely to hit one of them. You got to use a little judgment there. Okay, so this is Rocket Pool Protocol against Wrapped ETH. Right, you got to be seriously into crypto to know what the hell you're doing there. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like we're DQ'd here, Stirs. Just taking a peek at the market. It looks like we're DQ'd here. So we, yeah, we are, right? You can't. So we're the idea of a 1, 2. Well, there. Okay, good example, right? We were just looking at some of these. Well, if you're going to buy it down here, right? Look, you already got stopped out. Okay, so what? Right. So again, you're in your trading journal, and Stirs has teed this up, and he sees the net result. Okay, look at he had a 17.45 to 1 set up. Okay, nobody likes to get stopped out, but I'm pretty sure he'll live to trade another day. Very small risk. I mean, a smart trade. That's why I keep coming back to whether it's profitable or not, whether he's right here and he gets it is not really the key piece of it. It's, did he put together an intelligent trade here that is based off of patterns we can recognize, tendencies in the market? Can we make sense of this? Is there a clear invalidation point? Does he risk too much? Is the reward worth it? All of that is all in play here. Great trade. Whether it's right or wrong doesn't matter. What's key here is that the next time and the next time and the next time, you got to do the same thing. And it gets harder and harder. Harder and harder to do it. Oh, fuck, I did that last time. I don't know. Maybe I won't do it this time. There's the mistake. As soon as you do that, that's what comes. Why? Because the market has it's almost mystical how it will punish a mistake. You make a mistake. Oh, well, I was a little. I don't know. I lost 17 ticks on that last one, so I'm a little gun shy. Boom. Take it. The one you don't take is the one that goes. That's just how the market is, right? It's universal law. All right, so we got to rethink this. So, okay, what's a good one to do on the fly? Okay, it wasn't 1, 2. If not this, then what? Right? That's what the Elliottician's thinking. Oh, wasn't that? Well, if it's not that, then what? Oh, I think we could probably fix this in a hurry, right? We can just do this and do this. That's not too hard. See how technical we are. You tell me. Oh, come on, man. Yeah, in the NQ and in Amazon, but not in Rocket Protocol against Wrap ETH. We're not going to see golden zones in that. No way. No way. Way. Show me the asset. Right? I defy you. Defy you. Put it under this live stream. Show me the asset where I can't find it. Doesn't exist. Doesn't exist. It's in every asset at every time frame. You cannot put a chart that I won't be able to find that. I promise you, you can't do it. Right? Try and do it yourself. See if you can find one. I guarantee you, I'm just a stupid exercise. Don't because I can tell you I've already done it. You can't find it. So what do we got here? We got a clear invalidation point. We got a market in a free fall, but oh, look at that. Look at the dagger. Look at the rebound. What do you think happened down here? I mean, again, I don't mean to be insulting your intelligence, but look at that. What do you think happened there? Look at the reaction off of that. Do you think that was a stop run? Again, if you can't spot the liquidity, and you are the liquidity, right? Stops galore. Oh, well, does it fuck up the count to where I can't be a bull anymore? Absolutely not. What is Elliott Wave based on? Swing, retrace, internal, external. Simple. It really is that simple. Swing. Oh, did I get a 5? Oh, yeah, got a 5. Retrace. Do I have a 3? Yeah, I got a 3. Is it complex? Yeah, it's complex, but it's still a 3. It's still a 3. No matter how you slice that, that's still a 3. Preceded by a 5. Whoa, shit, what do I do? What do I do? Well, it's already been done, right? I mean, whoever ran all those stops is already doing it. And now, see, the problem is, right? We can't watch everything, right? So that's the kind of thing where, I mean, that's not something that would be on my watch list, right? So I'm not going to be watching for that. But if you're trading this like Steers is, you got to put an alert down here where the obvious liquidity grabs are. I mean, it's everywhere. it's everywhere you look, right? You can, once you start dialing your eye into it, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. Holy shit. I never really looked at the market like that before. Remember, every single pivot, every single one is liquidity. What is the market looking for? Liquidity. So where are we now? Oh shit, I don't want to take that off. I wanted to take this off. All right, let's get this done here. Where are we now? If that's the 2 and that's the 3. Well, we're a little deeper than we like. So we can just looking here, we know we're through the 38. Where's invalidation? Boy, could you take this trade? Oh, geez, even that's too much, right? 1 tick is all you need. Could you take that trade? Well, now you kind of missed the party. All right. Now, also note, did we get our 80%? Oh shit, we got it twice. Now I remember we did look at this, right? Because I remember doing this. Right, 50. Whew. Can't remember what this one. I think this was golden too. Might have been 50 followed by 50. I can't remember. But again, fuck. Come on. I mean, you know what? Do I even need to comment? I don't know what else to say, right? I mean, it's just over and over and over. Every live stream we do, it's the same thing. Guys, it's the same shit over and over and over and over and over again. Why? Why? Because what these levels are magic? No, because people do the same thing. That's what this is. People. This is an expression of fear and greed in the market. Oh, I thought it was about algos, and tell you, well, yeah. That's how it moves. Right? It's not why it moves; it's how it moves. Boom. I'm speechless, and that's rare. It's fuck. I think you guys know what to do there, right? So, okay, yeah. What do I have there? Oh, just a 47.82 to 1. I hate though. I only take 50s to 1. Only 50s. Oh, what do I got here? PK's in the house. All right, so I got some of his stuff here. So let's see what he's giving us. So I think I'm gonna kill this one. I'm gonna kill this one. I'm gonna keep that one for my own review. PK's giving us a link. All right. Let's see what he's got here. Whew, that's harsh when we go to wait. I'm turning my head only because I'm taking a peek at the market because I've got some shit open. All doing pretty well. Okay. Okay, what are we doing here, PK? I got a copy of this. How long? We got fed in an hour. Okay. Well, now, okay. So just you guys should note here. Remember some of the guys that are saying, boy, their work looks really good. It looks like PK's work. Do you think, right? So Wonka, who's been with us now for years, right? I mean, I wish I could show you some Wonka back when he was Woo Wonka. I wish I could show you some of his early charts. And in no way am I slighting him, because his work has gotten just so much better, and it looks a lot like this, right? I'm telling you guys to get in there and work with someone like PK or James M or Tony Talent. Work with these guys who really know, and they're patient, and they're not like me. You're saying, oh fuck, dumbass, right? They're gentle with you because they want to help you. Take advantage of them while they're here. They won't be here forever. Okay, so I think NIO, what are we doing here? PK, do we want log scale on this? I kind of feel like we do. I mean, what's our range? I'm guessing you want that in log scale. Oh, I see you already switched log and Lin for fibs and better perspective. Okay, so this, I think we just see it better, but certainly the range from $1 to $100, yeah, we got the range. NIO, I think, I want to say this is AI based. Just out of curiosity, right? This kind of intrigues me. Boy, that contained it awfully nicely. Do I need to say anything? Is there some commentary that I can add to this? All right, you got trading principle number 1 here. There's trading principle number 1. Trading principle number 3. If we're not going to pivot right on the median line, the market will waffle and like snake around it before it decides which side of the median lines it's going to go. This one goes to the outside parallel, back to snaking around it, lower parallel. Now we break, right? So this is all self-contained. So thus I like, right? And I wouldn't. I knew I was going to like it. Remember, I like to see them all self-contained by the geometry, if we can, right? If we can. If you're over here trying to connect this is the 4 or this is the 4, the whole thing breaks down. You want them to complete here. And if you can contain it in a set of median lines or a channel, all the better. Now, when you have conviction here, I know I've got, what's the name of the game? And it's an Elliott. Where are the 5s? Where are the 3s? Well, this is some complexity, right? So we can certainly say, here's the 5. Now, to get this as a 3, as he has it currently labeled, would be, well, this is one big C wave. So that's what we're looking at here as this thing goes through correction. That's not the ABC you dream up, right, for your perfect trade, right? And I know PK knows that. Because it's just, it's a fucking monster drop, right? And so you're kind of stuck going, God, it seems like too much for a C. But one thing I don't even have to check it, right? Because I know it's going to be good, right? A, B, at 1, 2, you got to deal with a 5 here. You got to deal with it. See, it would have been easy to think here. Oh, okay, all right. Well, oh fuck, come here. It would have been easy to think, okay, there's the 5, there's the 3. Oh boy, that's another big 5 right here. And think, oh, okay, here we go. There's the 1, there's the 2, here we go, right? That's no question. I guarantee you, PK is thinking that. I know I would have been. Oh, 1, 2. Oh, it's good, right? Okay, this is, even that seems a little bit deep, but okay, right in the consolidation, down a degree, 3, 4. Perfect spot for the C to land, right? You could just order block, right? All of that. You can just see it, but it doesn't happen. So what do you do, right? What's oh, fuck. Well, this Elliott Wave shit doesn't work. No. All right, well, here, can we count it? Well, there's a 5, there's a 3, there's another 5. It didn't start. Well, shit, I got another correction. What am I going to do? Well, you got to keep counting. Now, let's go the other direction. Get right on that low. Well, you could be kind of broad strokes. Where's the highest probability location for a wave 2? Between a 50 and a golden zone. Well, we're essentially smack dab in the middle of it. Do we have a completed count? It's because of the length of the C. I'd want to do exactly what he's doing. I'd want to wait and get a clear 5 to come off of this. I'd want a good 5 before I took the 2. So, right, if you're taking that trade, right, the premise is that the low is in. We are in. We are done. Done. We can't be any more done. Right. So we're working on the 1. Right. So the 1 is not even done yet. His proposal is we go up. We get the 5. What is it? We're always waiting. You hear me say this all the time. I've said it 10,000 times. Okay, wait for the first 5. Take the retrace. Then you're good, right? Because then, right, where's the risk? Where's the reward? So you're going to have something that looks just like this, which is where I started, which was focus on what you can lose, not on what you can make. How much could I lose here? Well, where am I wrong? Where's this analysis totally? I mean, shit. You could take this down. Oh fuck, come here. You could literally do that. There's 38 to 1, right? Prior pivots would be a target. You could do that. But what do you think that's likely to happen? What's more probable, right? Now, we don't have the 5th yet. Now, if you see that, what's the next thing you're going to do, right? It should be the next thing you're going to do. You might give that. We'll go 707. We should be underneath that. If we get this, what's the next thing? It should be like, you don't even hesitate. Well, because what I have here? Golden corner pocket, right? So right now I'm in line with an algo. Again, I don't have this yet, but if we get this, right? Now label it up, right? Now this is, I talk about this a lot over on the day trading side, right? You want to visualize the trade, right? This is what you're visualizing here, right? So this is you're expressing a bias here, not because you're like, nah, fuck, I just think it's going to go up, but because of all the work that went into getting that pivot nailed down. So you've done the work. Right. So if you put this trade together and you put it into your trading journal and you say, okay, well, let's review the quality of my trades. Right. Well, I'm doing well. I'm making money. I'm losing money. If I'm losing money, why am I losing money? Let's go back and review here and say, okay, how did I? Here, I'm going to even do. Let's do. Whoa, fuck here. 707s. Okay. Right. So let's tighten it up. You can use 786. Okay. Our wave 3 target. Okay, if you're there's your 50 to 1. 50 to 1 with 80% odds. Why would you not take that trade? Oh, well, the length of the C was, I didn't like it relative to the AB. Okay. Valid. Wouldn't stop me. Let's get that back to right in the pocket. I don't know. Are algos in here? Are they? Is this an algo-driven market? Oh, that was good in crypto, but that wouldn't be in something like NIO on the New York Stock Exchange, would it? Would it? Nah, crypto only. Wouldn't be here. So when we get it, assuming, right, we get here, wouldn't that at least be something to get on your watch list? Right now, we don't have this yet, right? So I'm just, if this plays, right, we don't know, right? It's just cleared this golden zone. Oh, fuck, actually, we'd have to come down here, right? So we've just cleared this golden zone. What's next? We got to go back a pivot. Has it cleared this one yet? Do you see what's happening there? Let's get these out of here. Right, we got every pivot, right? The algo is going to be there, so you can't go, oh fuck, we broke the little one. No, it's going to be there here, right? Somebody bought that. I promise you, right? Somebody bought it. Do you think that they know that golden zone's there? I'm going to guess no. Got a little gap here, but right, it's always you're going to have gaps, right, with equities. But okay, so that's the only downside here, that the way he draws them. Wow, yeah, I'm going to do this here. PK, I'm going to just get so I can see those. There we go. Okay, so I can see, right? So here's an order block I want to pay attention to. Why? Because look what came after it, right? Here's the fair value gap right there, right? And you got more here, but this is it while the market's open. This is gaps between, likely between days here. So this looks like a good supply zone up here. Oh, fuck. Here, I'll just be consistent. Oh, sell zone here. We'll do that, right? So if we come up here and maybe we go a little higher, maybe we get this. We get into that order block up here, right? Well, this one's already been mitigated. Do you see what happened here? I didn't spot that. Right, we came back right here, right? Look what happens right here. Right, why? Displacement, right? So we come down. So again, it's the shit. That's probably, I think we just drew that. Right, golden zone. I mean, so I don't know how many charts we've had so far. 7, 8. Not a single one that didn't have golden zones or golden corner. Not a single one. How is this not the first thing you do every single chart you pull up? First thing. What did the algo do last? I mean, what do I need to prove it more to get your confidence? I've probably shown it 100,000 times. I mean, I was seriously, right? I don't know, 3,000-4,000 videos. I mean, it's ridiculous, right? It's ridiculous now to the point to where, oh, fuck, right? Don't go over the golden zone. We all know that. Feels like I need to remind you. Right? It should be, oh, okay, well, if I get that, well, I sure as fuck am taking that. Good one, PK. It's great work, right? And that's a... that's a one hell of a C wave. It'll be interesting to see if that flies. That'd be a good example. That would be actually a great one for brown belt. Okay, wait a second. Now he wants me to switch to I think we got that. I think we covered. How am I doing on time? Oh, shit. Okay, we're good. All right. Oh, market. Oh, wait, shit. Oh, yeah, that's it. Yep. So, oh, Fed. Fed. I just looked over at the market completely tanking. Well, that's interesting. Whoa. Did they hike? Shit. Somebody tell me, right? So I didn't see no hike in rates, right? So no hike, and that's the reaction. Interesting, right? So that is. Well, if you look at the market, if you look at the NQ, we hadn't had any sort of a bullish reach or a bearish break of structure since March. I think March, mid March, right? So the retrace here actually, well, I would probably look at that. Retrace here is kind of interesting. Yeah, so here's just, I'm digressing here just because I got a little market structure on this. Not much, right? Look, like holy shit! If you bring up a 15-minute, you're gonna look at, you're gonna see this, right? But on a 4-hour, right? There's been no bear. Or here's the last. No shit. We're going way back a ways before we had even a change of character. Here, that little. You needed it, right? So remember, in just basic market structure 101, what's the premise, right? We get a break of structure, we need a retrace, right? So there's the start of the retrace. Been waiting, right? This was a very shallow retrace. We didn't get it, right? Maybe now we're starting to get it. Okay, I got sidetracked there. Okay, so let's go to CN Salazar. Always comes through when I ask for stuff, right? Always ask. These guys always give it to me. What do I got there? Oh, that's Velo. Oh, shit. Did I get that? I did. Well, I just clicked it and I got it. Okay, so let's go here. And then I got two more. Now, the question is, okay, so there's the sweeping out all of the bulls who thought, oh, well, I'll just go long off of that. Now look at the market. Oh, it comes screaming back. All right, completely got sidetracked. Okay, so here's Velo3D. Okay, Cian, what are we doing here? We're doing, all right, you're giving me geometry. Okay, I can live with that. I like that. I always tell these guys, don't worry about the Elliott wave count. Give me whatever, anything. We'll make sense of it. Excuse me. Velo3D. Well, let's get, first I got to get to a daily, right? When I first look at something, I got to see the daily. So we got a handle on. Just a lot of people use these, right? So there's a golden zone with an angle. So what do we have here, right? So there's your golden corner that has as of yet not made median line, right? Right here, swing. We don't break the low. Retrace. Where do we stop? I mean, it's getting ridiculous, right? Obviously, right? We stop at golden zone. All right, so where do we stop here? Golden zone. All right, so his assumption, if we're buying here, is that, let's see, let me back up a little bit. Let's see how many of these we got. Well, that looks like another one. Oh, that one broke, so we got to go back one. There it is. All right, looks like that's a wick that just barely got through. Unfilled targets down here. Is that wick only? That's wick only. Yep, that's wick only. So obviously they stayed with it. Retrace. That's right in the sweet spot. Literally splits the 618 and the 65. so he's making the premise here that it looks. So I can count that. So it looks like he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 going in. So you gotta work backwards, right? So if that's the low per his count. Hang on. Excuse me. If we're going back, holy shit, this is so much stuff. Okay, so what is interesting here is look at the intersection between the linear golden zone retraced and then the angled. Oh fuck, what do they call it? Fib fan. I can't remember what they call it here. I don't use it as much. Well, here's a 78764. Here's the golden zone, and some people will put the 50 on as well. So the premise here, per his count, is that we are not going to make the median line. All right. Get this one out of here. These have all, we kind of made that point. Are we locked here? Nope. Are we locked here? Nope. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this would, how are we finishing this? Do we need log scale? I guess, yeah, I guess we do. All right. Boy, that's a Velo3D, a long fall from grace. Oh, I'm going to just free up this space down here. Excuse me. Okay, what are we doing down here? Well, I always do this. I like to get the low wicked off. Would we have an order block down there? Definitely. Oh. Okay, we got an area of support down here that's we got a demand zone that's unmitigated. That doesn't quite make it. Is that a 5? Sure looks like it. So it looks like you know it's going to be a little tighter here. Okay, 5. What are we looking for after a 5? 1, 2, 3. Okay. 5 followed by 3. That's a deep, deep 3. So, of course, let's get this on. Let's go platinum. $887. You're not getting, it's not respecting the levels down here. So this is it's the bear's ball, right? So we know that's the golden zone. We know that's a golden with a target down here. So you're going to have to break this low to realize that 80%. So the premise he's making is that we're not going to the new lows. That's a $1.28. Nothing. There's no requirement that we take out this low, and you got a good 5 here. Okay, so that's doable. Let's go back to what he gave me. Let's go to a lower time frame. See how this looks. Here's the premise being that this is our 5. Well, can we finish that? That would be 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we can. Okay, so sometimes it's a little easier to do when it gets a little splotchy like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2. I think that's what he's trying to get right there. Let's go to a 4. See if I can clear that up a little bit. So here, I'm just going to label for him. I'm assuming this is what he's thinking. Looks like we got to use this as a 4, 5. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's put that in. Let's go sub-micro. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. All right, so the premise as he's laid it out here is that we've got a 1, 2 golden zone. Shocker. And then we've got another, we're going into, this is the 1 of the 3. And it looks like we got a bit of a fail there. 1, 2, 3, maybe. Hang on. So this one, it's just hard for me to do it when it's your stuff. Let me get yours. I see what you're doing, so let me take this off. Okay. Well, you're kind of stuck with that, right? Oh. Well, it looks like you might. So here's your best case here is that you've got this 1, 2, 3, 4, and this little sweep up here. Where what did they do up here? Right? What did they do? Equal highs, right? Swept the highs, right? How do we know that that's what happened? Because look what came after it. Now, so that's your premise is that this has to be the completed one, right? So 1, 2, which while I think it breaks the golden here, no, it doesn't. All right, so shit, hang on. I got to get mine on there. Let's go. That's fine. Okay, so we get right into the pocket here. So you got to assume, or this count, right? We can't. Here's what we can't do. We can't put the 4 here, right? You wouldn't, right? So the premise is 1, 2, 1, 2. Well, for a 2, that's going to be deep. It looks like we might have goldens on there. Okay, so that gets a little silly after a while, I know. Okay, so here, we're a couple of ticks shy of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. So he wants to buy it down here. Why? Why not right here? Not sure, CN Salazar. Why not? Why so deep? Unless you're thinking this was a failure swing, and I suppose you could be thinking this, right? You could be thinking that that's A, we're going to get an expanded B because that's not the prettiest 5 I've ever seen, and then we're coming down for the C. That's a that is a bugger, right? Does it look? It looks here. If we look at closes, you can see it a little bit better here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like there is an impulse there. Same with this, right? Looks like you could get her done. A little gappy there when we go to the lower time frames, right? Looks like it may be taking that out right now. So even still, right? Okay, so what would you deduce from this? Well, okay, I mean, those are pretty harsh candles, right? If you're looking to be a buyer, maybe a little sprout of green. We could put a 707 on this, right? You still, right? That would be your stop. That's just too much hammering, right? There's just down, 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 right? And we're closing it. Here's at the low. Well, note here. That's it. Great. Look, we get a little reaction here when it hits the golden zone. Little reaction, can't hold it. Now we're broken. Yeah, we're broken. So that's a close below, so out, right? No reason to hold it. Well, shouldn't say that. We could still turn around here, but you wouldn't have an algo until you got here, right? Then you pick up another one. That's a pretty, well, note, of course, right, coming back the other way, right? So it's on both sides. So you'd have a very clear imbalance. You'd have a very clear imbalance right here between this low and that high, right? So you have this displacement, right? It's a gentle way of saying it. You'd have a displacement here coming down. Now we blow and go here. That's right. That's too far, right? That's too far. So I think you're on hold here, CN Salazar, until we see, right? You'd want to wait for wherever this pivot comes, where it may not come, right? Maybe we take out the low and then you rethink the whole thing. I think you got to wait for wherever this hits. Well, if you wanted to really refine it, come all the way down here, right? You'd have the last swing before the push up. Maybe you can make a case for a demand zone there. This is not the best looking setup, right? For current, what are we doing now? NQ's down 75. The Dow is down 425 in the ES. Pretty ugly. Okay, so I think you're on hold there. Okay, let me wrap up here for this. How are we doing? 5. Perfect. Holy shit, we're going to finish right on time. All right, last one is from George, GZ68, 1968. Let's see what he's got. This is Band. This is one, I don't know much about him, but he does. Copy. Band is an oracle like Chainlink, except that Band is chain agnostic, multi-blockchain. Oh, I like the sound of that. What we got here? This is kind of interesting. You started doing this with the 3 hours with the Vegas wave. Interesting. That's kind of cool, actually. All right, let's come over here so I don't digress. Okay. Oh my God, what do we got? Golden zone. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A, B, yowzer. Well, that's a bit like the one PK had. Golden zone is from Elliott Flagpole. Oh, I gotcha. Okay, note to Trade Devil. I have 3 folders: primary, bull, secondary. Okay, let's take a look at them. Well, first, let's just look here, right? So again, it's not, issue's the wrong word, but your hesitation might be, wait a minute. So we're going to go A, B, C. That's what we're doing? Apparently so. Oh, I see what he's telling me. Okay, so here, the first premise is that we complete the impulse here. And so so we're not using the absolute high, so his premise is, oh, he's got it locked, right? So if you went to the dominant high, we'd have a break. If you come back to the proposed wave 1 high, we're good. Well, interesting. let's go with it. Okay, A. I think we got to do the B up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? I got to account for it. There's another great example where this would have been very. I'm sure this is what George was thinking. A, B, oh, C. Right? We got a expanded B. We're getting a little. So it's a, oh, fuck. What do we got here? Can we make that a 3? Yeah, let's call it a flat. Okay, so you'd be thinking, oh, fuck, 1, 2. I got it. 3. Right? Oh, there's the start of it. Here we go. Oh. Right? So if not that, then what? Well, here's so you got to You got to rethink the thing. Well, there's a 5 that came off of it. Okay, good. But I don't get a 5, right? So you'd have been thinking, oh, A, B, C, I need a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Truncation? Probably not. Right? Truncation, last resort, right? Last place to go. If you've literally exhausted every other idea, then you consider the truncation, right? They're very rare, right? They double tops more common. 1, 2. Ooh, that's sexy. So he goes 1, 2, 1, 2, right? He's forced into it, right? Because this would have to be an impulse. And it's a diag, right? So he's forced into the expanding, right? It's good work, George. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Are we stuck with that? I guess well, let's just do a quick measure, right? When in doubt, right? And you measure twice, cut once, right? I'm tempted, George, to want to put this all over 1. Why can't we do that? Let me hang on a second. Why can't I do that? Let's see here. 3, 4, 5. 3, 4. I guess because I guess we can't get it done. Hang on. I know he would have checked this because he probably checked with PK. So I know this had to have overlapped. Yeah, it did. Okay, so that's why we're forced into this being another impulse, right? So we can't go 1, 2, 3. Because it's a diag, right? So this can be at times just like, motherfucker, it's a pain in the ass. Like, God, I needed that to be an impulse, but it forces you to rethink it. I mean, there was genius there is genius in Elliott, right? So it forces you to go, fuck, I needed that to be an impulse. Damn it. Well, right. So it's not an impulse, so it forces you into an alternate. Well, if it's not an impulse, what can it be? It's a 5. Only one other option, right? So we get a diag. Okay, so it's a diag. Well, if it's a diag, it can't be a 3. So what does that leave? Well, it must be a 1, right? So I get an expanding diagonal into a 1, 3 into a 2. Where's my 50? Oh, I forget that I end up with your stuff when I make the copy. All right, so right in the pocket, right? Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Order block right there, right? Just tags the edge of it, right? Just ahead of, or it's a little supply zone, just ahead of the golden zone. 1, 2, 1, 2. God damn, it seems like it's 1 more than we want, but there it is. 3, 3, 4, right? We don't overlap, right? 4. Now, this is the one that I get a little iffy on. Now, we are on a daily. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I get you there. So you got to finish it there. A, B, C into the 4. I'm with you. Okay, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down here. Whoops. There's our golden zone. So look at the. Okay, sometimes, right? Look at the reaction after hitting the golden zone. You think that's an algo? Yeah, that's an algo. A, B, C, D, E. No. Oh, God, there's one for PK. I can't remember this, right? I'm telling you, these guys are better than I am. I can't remember if I can have a triangle. Jesus, are you giving me 2 counts here? A, A, B, C, D. Can I fuck? Where's my Elliott cheat sheet? I think I can, right? So I'm guessing that he checked this with PK. I think I can have a triangle in my E. I'm pretty sure I can. Right? So if PK's still on here, he would tell me. Right? But I'm guessing George checked with him before he put this on. So A, B. That's tricky. So we've got a triangle E before we go down into the last. That's some gnarly Elliott right there. So that would give us the 5 of the 5 of the 5 of the C of the 2, right? Potentially, right? Just potentially in a golden zone. Oh. Yep. Now that I look at it, yeah, you can. You can have a triangle in the E. Excuse me. All right, let's get rid of this. What the hell? That's good. What am I doing here? Okay, so I've got what this is. Oh, that's so what are you doing here? You must be at. Oh fuck me! Come here. Shift? Yeah, must be shift. All right. Okay, so well, that could be modified. Let's check here. Let's go modified. Okay, so modify, you got it, but we can go to shift. God damn it. Ah. Oh, that's annoying. Fuck me. Come here. Oh, are we highlighted? Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm really struggling here. Oh, fuck it. Right here, let me just get rid of this. There we go. We'll stay with the modified. Okay, this is the low. Now, are we holding here? Or are we breaking right now? Well, looks like we just broke it. Nope, that's wick only. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candidate. All right, let's get down to an hourly. How bad is the market? Excuse me. Well, if you're looking at a 4-hour, it's just what you wanted, right? If you're a bull. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So there's a 1 on band. 1, working on a 2, 3, 4, 5. There's an hourly. Are we clean here? 1, 2, looks like a diag, right? So you'd have to trade it as a diag. A, B, C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 1, right? So we'd have to pull from here. 50, right? Don't ignore a 50, right? Just is not quite. The only reason we prefer the golden zone is just because the risk to the stop is smaller, and they're so common. ABC, well, it doesn't look like that's done, right? So if you're thinking 1, 2, it doesn't look like maybe, right? This could roll over if that's going to hold as a 3. It could be a WX. Well, that's not ABC, right? So this is a little okay, a little early. Okay, so if you wanted to trade that, right? So the thought would have been, okay, if I'm not going to get the golden zone, and we're going to pivot here, you have to do it that way. And you're looking for a 3, right? We know the red line, this is going to be approximate to the 1618, right? That's why we use it. So I don't have to draw the retrace and the extension. So I know this is a proxy for the 1618, so I can do some math here and say, well, there's 9.5 to 1, assuming this pivot holds, right? That we've got some sort of a, oh fuck, that could be a WXY. I don't know, right? So it's too soon. Now, what I can see here is, so you think, right, remember, if you can't spot the liquidity, you are the liquidity. Oh, equal highs, right? So this is likely you'd have liquidity to be grabbed here. So you'd have to be sure that you don't get swept and then they're coming down. Then you'd be thinking WXY, and then you'd be looking for something deeper. Jesus, this is the reaction to. It looks like you have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it is definitely a diag. Yeah, I think shit. We have a contracting. Son of a bitch. Let's see. Oh fuck! Right, you can catch yourself up here in a little too much. You have to do it like that. That may not be textbook. Come here. If that's 1, 2. Why did I not get that? Because that's yours, that's why. What the fuck? It screws me up when I change you guys. When I copy all of your settings come over. Well, that must be you. So there's the golden zone we're in that had a wick go through it. You're kind of late to that. So I'd wait and see if this ends up as a 3, likely we're coming down here to sweep these lows, right? So this would be likely what they'd come for, right? Sweep it. So then this would be corrective. So then you'd think, oh man, fuck. W, X, Y, X, Z, something, we're coming lower. Order block down here, not a great one. Not a great one. Why do I say that? Because look, there's no displacement after it. There's no fair value gap. You probably got one right there. So we come down here, not a great one. I might let this cook a little bit just to see, because you can kind of see here, this looks like just an ABC and we're coming down. You didn't right now. So it can't be, your best case, it's some sort of diag, right? Because we've already had overlap here. All right, I think that one just needs a little more time to bake. George, I know you've done the research on the fundamentals behind it. So it's appealing, but technically I don't think we're quite ripe yet. Now, if this turns into a 5, okay, maybe you can make a case here. It's 1, or this could be 1. It could be ABC. Then you'd want a deeper, you'd want a little ABC, right, for a diag. So we could have, we could have a leading diag in the 1 of the 3, right? If this is the 2, then we need a 1 for the 3. Well, you could have that. It's a little early to. I think it needs to cook, right? I think it's a green banana. I like the idea, but I don't think it's ready yet. All right, I think I got everybody covered. Now there was one of you guys asked for BNB. Let me try on that. Let me try. Jesus, can we? Let's see. Here, we'll use BitGet. I think we can probably get BitGet over here. One of you guys wanted BNB, so let's go. And I said I would do it at the end if we had time. I barely got time. What time is it? We're 5 minutes over. Okay, so let's go out to the daily. That's not going to be enough history. So let's go BNB, USDT. We're going to want that on Binance, right? I just have BitGet on because they sponsor us. All right, so I start there. Okay, let's go here. All right. COVID low, all right, so we can, what did they, shit, right? Well, what would your first thought be? God, there's a fucker right there. Let's just put him up here for a sec. All right, for that, so that would be at the highest degree. So let's go intermediate. Hard to argue with that. All right, so then we'd have to go 1, 2. Now, is that... Well, you sure want to put the 3 there. Let's leave it a space for it. Let's try here. Okay, so here's COVID. Here's the rip that comes off of it. Plenty of imbalances here, and we can see them. This is all just that was the year 21, right? When we've. So I'd look for a couple of things. Oh shit! Come here. Damn it, I get your stuff. Why is that not giving me mine? Let's try that. There we go. Okay. Excuse me. Well, so immediately you look here and say, well, there's the highest probability for a 3, but that wouldn't be the 4 of this 2, right? No way. So you have to look at this as the internal 3, 4 that gives us the 3. Disconnecting. It was kind of what I was after there. Are we disconnecting from right here? Here's what you wanted. Now we're disconnecting from that. So, God, the bad news is, I just said last resort. This might be what you're looking at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's the same. Was the same in Bitcoin. Very, very similar, right? So is it A, B, C? But this is, well, now we got the litigation, right? This is getting worse by the minute. Boy, well, what can you do there? But, all right, so that is a, if this is, God damn it, I hate to do that. Well, you really wanted this to fly. I mean, I suppose it still could. And not a great, I mean, it could still fly. I really do not want to do that. I want to put it up here, but I may have no choice, right? So there's a nice big juicy order supply zone here. We'll say it that way, up there. Again, why would you say that's the one to choose? Look at the displacement that came off of it. More displacement here. You can just kind of identify that there. Looks like that's displacement with a block just ahead of it. So that would be, oh, here, that'll work. Oh, come here. Oh, that's fine. Okay, so that's just what you want to look for. Okay, so I got a supply zone, displacement, fair value gap below it. It's been tapped. Okay, so you can see what they did, right? So, whoop. Okay, 1, 2, 3, we're off to the moon. No, we're not. But you've got to, God damn, that's almost, looks like this has already been swept. Oh, fuck, what is going on? Okay, can we make that fly? All right, let me, here, I got to wrap it up here. Sad thing is I could do this all day. 3, 4, 5. Okay, ABC, right? So let's see if we can get something here to survive this. W. Oh, fuck, I don't know that it matters. X. Come down to something more reasonable. Yeah, it doesn't really matter, right? So since we, but we need this to come down a little bit lower. We need an ABC here. Do we have that? Excuse me. Do we have an ABC there? Well, look at the 4. Well, this is clear as bell, right? That would have been, oh God, 1, 2, SEC, fuck SEC. No, I shouldn't say it that way, right? They're trying, ultimately it's gonna be better whenever they make a decision as to what they want. Oh, we can do that. Okay, so here's a little demand zone here. Gets a pretty good little rip. It's tapped once, right? So it's not as powerful the second time it's tapped. There's one below it. You might even, since that's already been mitigated, move to that one. And then, of course, the low. We're pretty deep there. If that's the one, we're going to have to go platinum. Double bottom here. Boy, that's a lot to leave. Hey. I don't think you can, well, that would be, you probably got a 5 here. So you've got a C here. You've got a C. You don't have much of a B. Oh, fuck, I don't know that it matters. All right, so if this is going to hold, you'd have to be doing something like this. Yeah, it's not great. I don't even know I like that. 1, 2, ugh, that's kind of shitty. Let's get to a 1. That's not great looking. Well, there's a 5. Well, maybe it's a double. There's a 5. There's a B. But does that distort? Right now, maybe the litigation is why that distorts so much. Holy shit. Whew. You're being sued by the SEC. I mean, I suppose that's how you'd rationalize that. It still stays an impulse. This, look. Could that be done there? Well, it looks like we got a 5 coming off of that. Well, now, on the one hand, it's tempting to think, oh, shit, right? Everybody on the planet's thinking, oh, God, they're getting sued by the SEC. There's questions about client handling of client funds. Red flag. But what do I see coming off of the low? Oh, God damn it. Come here. Sure looks like a 5. So we can take this and let's just hide that. All right. Nobody wants to touch this right now. It makes me more bullish. Nobody wants to touch it, right? Because that litigation, right? But here, oh, look, I got a leading diag. Oh, fuck. It's 5, right? As far as I'm concerned, it's a 5. I'm not going to DQ it because it's... Well, 3 would definitely not be the shortest. But purists might have issue with this. 5 is not, is it? No, it's not. Oh, purists are going to not like that. I'm not a purist, so I say, fuck it. I would call that a 5, right? Well, I shouldn't say it that way. I shouldn't say it that way. And I've been doing this for a very long time, so I can be a little glib about that. But if you're learning, if you're studying, maybe you'd have to do it this way, right? We could probably come up with something like this. Say, okay, take that out. Now I can work an ABC into the 3, right? So, but this is going to require, if it's going to be, first we got to overlap here, right? So the 4 would have to come down here. Just has to give it a tick. Then you can go ABC, right? Overlap. Now you'd have, okay, well now you're going to need, right, for this to qualify, the 5th, right? If we're being a purist, right? Assuming we come down here, we got to get there, right? So the 5 has to be right here. Just a tick over it, which, lo and behold, what's up there? Well, you'd have 2. This would be a little induced, but this is the one you want. Oh, I'd probably take that one. Right, so we got to come up to this, right? So that 5 would be longer than 3 for the purists, right? I know. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 has to be longer than 3 for this to be a valid leading diag. Well, you could probably put some nice channeling around that right there, but this has to come down and break that channel. Or you're kind of back to what I just had going, oh, well, sure looks like a 5, and, didn't qualify. But let's, if you're learning, that's something you do after you've been doing this for 30 years, right? If you're not, okay, stick by the playbook. Okay, can it be a leading diag? No, it cannot, because 5 is not longer than 3. So it cannot be a leading diag. So to label it as a 5, it's sloppy Elliott. I admit it, sloppy Elliott. But okay, as long as you can only do it if you know you're doing it, right? So if you don't know the difference there, why wouldn't that qualify? If you don't understand that, back to the books, right? In a leading diag, right, we got to have 5 longer than 3, 3 longer than 1, right? So we got part of it, but if this is going to be as an ABC, then we have to overlap the 1, right? For the purists. PK, that was for you. Okay, right. So I think that's all we got here. This one is, I think, a work in progress. So what you could do here is just put an alert. Oh shit. Put an alert right here. Okay, so I know it overlapped. Oh, so now come back here and look at this. Oh, hey, maybe it held the 4. What do we want in a diag? We want the 4 to be at the 50, right? That's the most common location. So you'd have a nice little, you probably got an order block right there. So you have a nice little spot here where you could say, oh, well, if we get that and we come into a 4, we overlap that 1, I can go ABC, now I got a target here. So, right, all of this leads to, I can put a trade together here with a target. I don't need to give this a lot of room. I don't need to. 5.5 to 1. At the end of the day, what is it? Just another trade, right? Focus here, not here, down here. Right here, always. How much could I lose? Not how much could I make, right? That's what rookies do. That's what retail does. Oh, how much could I make? Oh, fuck. Oh, who cares about how much I could lose? Look how much I can make. Don't trade like retail, right? Retail loses money. So why would you want to do what they do? All right, guys, I think that's everything I got. Oh, shit, I got a lot of DMs. Okay, I'm gonna wrap it there, guys. Whoa, we had a lot of people. Okay, great. I appreciate you guys hanging out. Only invalid if A is a triangle itself. PK giving me the update on the triangle. Okay, thanks, guys. Appreciate you hanging out. This will be, I know most of you watch this after the fact based on our view numbers. I appreciate you guys hanging out. Hope you pick up a little nugget or two along the way, maybe a setup, maybe something that makes your watch list. And for members, right? Well, you know what to do here. Okay, guys, thanks. I appreciate